Okay, so this lesson is a little different. So there's a lesson for you to read through, and we're going to talk through what these different data representations mean. But then there's an activity for you to do. So you're going to do it. You'll pull up the PDF. There's not somewhere for you to submit it. I don't think. I think that's hidden. So you'll just send me a picture of it when you're finished. If there is a submission button, then ignore what I just said, and you can submit it there. Or you can just send me the picture of it. It's up to you. So we're going to talk about 3 different ways we can represent data. We're going to talk about frequency tables, we're going to talk about dot plots, and we're going to talk about stem and leaf plots. So when we represent data, it's because we've got a collection of something, and all the data points are going to be similar. So it might be a collection of people's favorite foods, or your favorite flowers, or number of types of vehicles you see on the road. It's going to be similar data in a group, and we represent it in certain ways to make it really easy to read. So the first way that we can represent data, and this is straight out of your lesson, is this frequency table. So that's where tally marks are used. So if this was representing keep track of they're counting vehicles today. So the people in this lesson, they were counting the number of vehicles they saw. So what this is so for cars, when you make tally marks, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, cross. So each time you see one of these with 4 and a cross, that lets you know there's 5. It makes it a lot easier to count them if there are several. So we can see, 5, 6, 7, 8. They saw 8 cars. They saw 5, 10, 11, 12 pickup trucks. They saw 5, 6, 7 big trucks, and they saw 5, 10, 15 motorcycles. So that frequency table uses tally marks. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, slash, make them in groups of 5. Just as an easy way that made it really easy for us to count and see the different types of vehicles they saw. But then they made a dot plot to show the colors. So you can see down here at the bottom, red, blue, green, yellow, black. So they tell us that the dot plot, every time a vehicle drove by, they put a dot over the color. So this is really easy for us to count. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red vehicles, 1, 2, 3 blue vehicles, 1, 2, 2 green vehicles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I counted that right. I'm counting it backwards in the camera. 9 white vehicles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black vehicles. Something else that this dot plot helps us do is it helps us very quickly see, what was the most popular color? Well, we can very easily see that it was white, right? Because that's the tallest. What was the least popular color they saw? Well, that was green because it's got the shortest. So not only did it make it really easy for us to count the number of vehicles, it made it easy for us to compare some data points just by looking at it. So the next one we're going to look at, it's called a stem and leaf plot. So they're measuring things like temperature. So this one is definitely the most confusing of the 3, but you can also get really, really good data from it. So this is what a stem and leaf plot looks like. And so if it's temperature, we have our groups of 10 on this side, and these are 1s. So that means we had temperatures of 51, 52, 54, 60, 61, 63, 66, 71, 75, 79, 80, and 87. So that they organized it by what the tens place was to help us see this. So when we look at it, I can really easily say, so the coldest temperature we recorded was 51 degrees. So the warmest temperature we recorded was 87 degrees. It looks like the temperature was in the 60s more often than any other because there are more in the 6s. So you can have a lot of different data points from that. So as you do this next activity, you're going to be analyzing data. You're going to be creating data representations and answering questions based on those sets of data.